Hi everyone, this is David at Mid-Ohio Food Bank. This video is going to discuss how to refresh on-premise data sources in Tableau Online. For the food bank world, this is going to be key to accessing your series, primaries, or client data databases. I originally encountered this issue trying to refresh and extract based on a workbook I had originally published to Tableau Online and prepared with a live database connection. Basically, the error was connectionless failure. I kind of worked my way through 3 separate articles on the Tableau Online help, and they eventually answered my question. But I wanted to get everyone kind of a quicker path through that process. Kind of some background. Basically, when working in Tableau desktop, refreshing data sets is usually not an issue. Your computer's in the same spot and it has the same credentials. You have the same IP address, you're in the same domain, same usernames, etc. However, when you go to work on Tableau Online, you're injecting a little more complexity into the situation. So to understand this, let's look at some sample database credentials. I am most familiar with MySQL configuration, so that's what this example is. But basically, you kind of think the general premise applies. So the top set is kind of a generic grant statement. So this is how you would kind of set up a user in the database. So we're granting all privileges on database to a user at the specific IP address identified by password. So the kind of specifically, in our mockup, we would be granting access to the cool Tableau data database to the user data fellow at the IP address here, identified by the horrible password, password1. And so in our and in the scenario, when I'm working in the desktop environment, I can put these credentials in to the workbook. I can access the data, no problem. However, when I publish it online, the server isn't at the correct IP address, so the database won't allow me to access the data. To resolve the issue, Tableau has actually built a utility into Tableau Desktop. It's called the Tableau Online Sync Client, and I'll show you how to use it. To use the sync client, basically you'll just start with a Tableau workbook. So this is a workbook I completed. This is just an Excel file locally, but it is also connected to a database. And so to do this, all I do is I just pick my data set. So go to my data option, pick my data set, here to publish to server, and it'll trigger the dialog. And basically I'm in the Feeding America site, so I'm gonna pick my segment. So I'll just keep it in Mid-Ohio Food Bank. Give it a name. I can also kind of play with the authentication if I need to. And I'll just hit publish. From here, my computer is connecting to that data source. It's going to go and gather the information and upload it to the server. You'll then see this dialog open up in a web browser, and it's actually queuing me in that it won't be able to actually connect. So this is a nice little shortcut, and it's just saying, picking a computer. You can schedule when you want it to happen. I'm gonna just pick 10 a.m. and you can, and let's say I just want to do this on Mondays. You can set your schedule. You won't always be able to navigate directly to your extract like this. So if you actually start from the home screen, go to your data sources, you click on the data source that you want to edit, and you go to the refresh schedules option. Over here on the right, you'll see the option refresh the extract. So it will kind of default on the page to show Tableau Online, but we're going to change it to a computer on our network, and then it's scheduled there. If you kind of want to double check some of this, you can go into your system tray and you can actually kick off a sync of the data manually for these data sets here. Alright, so thank you everyone for listening in. I hope this answers some of your questions.